Hello, I'm Ewan Davidson from Godalming Family Mediation. One of the key issues that I find comes up early in the mediation process sometimes is the wish to have your day in court. And that could be a conscious decision in the sense that they believe that what will happen is that they can start a court application, possibly about finances, maybe about children, and they've got this belief that at the end of the process they're going to have a judge look at both of them and point at that particular client and say, yes, you've now won this, you're going to get more money as a result in the settlement, you're going to spend more time with the children, and you're the winner from this situation and the other person is the loser. That's an understandable feeling to have, but I think what's really important to stress, having spent many years as a family lawyer and as a family mediator and seeing this happen in lots of different ways, is that it's incredibly rare that you get a satisfaction from the end of a court case like that. So you might go through a year, 2, possibly even 3 years of heartache, spending lots of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy. And during that period, there's a very good chance that's going to put a lot of stress on you, a lot of stress on your children, if you have children, on your other relationships, and make it very difficult to be positive about the future. And it's incredibly rare that you then get to that final day in court and have a judge say anything like what you'd like. It's much more common that the judge is going to take out the emotion from it at the end. They're not going to make any moral judgments. They're simply going to try and divide up the financial assets. They're going to try and work out what the practical solution should be for the children. Instead, what I would suggest is to think carefully about other options, particularly the option of going through mediation. What you need to understand is that if the mediation process doesn't work, and it normally will work for pretty much everybody, but if the process does not work, you then still have the option to pursue the court process at that stage. You will hopefully have gained lots of information during mediation. You'll have a very good idea what the other person's thinking, what their proposals have been, so you can use that to then move forwards with the court process if that's necessary. What I often find though is that whilst it may be that one or both people don't have this conscious wish to go to court, what can happen is that you have almost this subconscious desire. So they don't express it openly within the meetings, they maybe don't make threats about court, but I can sense as a mediator there's this feeling that, well, if I don't get what I want from mediation, then I'll go to court. And once again, it's really important, and I'll try to do that as a mediator, try to address that point and help both of you to understand that it would be far more productive to use your energies to look for a resolution, to try and empathize with the other person, try and see whether they've got a proper set of reasons that they're giving. Is what they're putting forward and proposing actually unreasonable, or is there a way to understand and see that there is a different point of view? If you're able to do that, it's much more constructive than having this wish to, well, actually, if I don't get my way, I'll go to court. So as a mediator, I'm always looking to try and help you to think about those issues, to improve the dynamic, and hopefully get you both in that mental space where you can negotiate, you can work forwards with your lives. So what I would say to summarize is, if you have any either conscious or perhaps subconscious thoughts about going to court, think very, very carefully about whether you've actually got a realistic chance of achieving what you believe might happen in court, or whether actually it's much more likely you're going to go through a long and unpleasant court battle. Also then speak to the mediator, ask them to explain what might happen in the court process, and then hopefully use that to measure your thoughts about it. And then ideally what you should be doing is go through the mediation process, try your best to negotiate, and only then, if mediation is not successful, go and see a solicitor and start the court application at the end of that process. To find out more, please download the free divorce and separation guide from the website. Thank you.